Hey and welcome to the Daily Manchester United News Show. Let's begin with our daily news. Man United yet to make final decision about Brandon Williams amidst heavy Leeds United interest. Manchester United are yet to make a final decision regarding the future of Brandon Williams. It recently came to light that Williams is the subject of interest from Leeds United. Manager of the Yorkshire club Daniel Farke is keen for a reunion with the Carrington Academy graduate who he coached at Norwich during the 1920 season. At Carroll Road, Williams featured 29 times under two coaches, Farke and Dean Smith. The Canaries suffered relegation that term. Jack Talbot indicate that amidst overtures from Leeds for the United defender, the Red Devils are still undecided about what to do. The 22-year-old had a decent pre-season tour in the United States. As per Talbot, nothing is advanced between Leeds and Williams. A potential transfer is still very much in its early stages. United's full focus at the moment is on making permanent deals as they seek to raise funds to get a deal done for Sofiane Amrabat over the line. The Fiorentina man is now Ten Hag's priority following the acquisition of Mason Mount, Andre Onana, and Rasmus Haalands, whose official unveiling is imminent. Last campaign, Williams managed only one appearance for United. He is in the last year of his contract at the Theatre of Dreams, and unless something drastic happens, an extension is highly unlikely. Williams currently earns around £53,000 per week. The 20-time English champions are stacked with options in the fullback positions. Luke Shaw's undisputed deputy is Tyrell Malacia, and with Aaron Wan-Bissaka and Diogo Dalot battling it out to be the starting right back, Williams may struggle for minutes, especially as Ten Hag has shown an inclination to bring young talent through. A parting of the ways makes the most sense for all parties involved. Galatasaray aiming to sign Fred or Ndombele this week. Turkish giants Galatasaray are aiming to sign Manchester United star Fred or Tottenham Hotspur ace Ndombele this week, according to Hurriyet. The Istanbul outfit have been very active in the summer transfer window, and they recently completed the signing of Kerem Demirbay from Bayer Leverkusen. The club are now eyeing a versatile midfielder who can play in the number 6 and number 8 roles. Fred and Ndombele are their prime target. Hurriyet say that Galatasaray are planning to sign one of them. Talks are underway with their respective clubs. Okan Buruk's side want to finalize the transfer before the end of the week. The Brazil international has just 11 months remaining on his contract with United. The hierarchy have decided to sell him this summer rather than proposing a new deal. The 30-year-old has already given the green light to join Galatasaray, but as things stand, they are yet to meet the demands. The Red Devils initially valued their midfielder at 20 million euros, but have now slashed their asking price by 50% to 10 million euros. Despite this, Galatasaray have been reluctant to pay the fee. The next few days could be decisive in negotiating a transfer. In our view, United should stay firm on their valuation, given there is also interest from Fulham and Saudi Arabian clubs in Fred. Second West Ham attempt for Man United's Harry Maguire should not be ruled out. A second bid from West Ham for Manchester United defender Harry Maguire should not be ruled out, according to Sky Sports reporter Dharmesh Sheth. Last week, West Ham had tabled a £20 million bid for Maguire, which was swiftly rejected. The Red Devils deemed the value of the proposal too low for their player. Amid doubts regarding whether the Hammers would come in again for the England international, the People's Person covered a report which stated that David Moyes has not entirely given up hope of adding Maguire to his ranks. Moyes is on the hunt for defensive reinforcement and values the United Stars' extensive experience. This information is backed by Sheth, who explains that after Eric Ten Hag's side rejected their initial bid, the expectation was that West Ham would turn their attention to Bayer Leverkusen, Jonathan Tah. It's understood that there exists a relationship between West Ham's technical director Tim and Leverkusen. Tim formerly served as the Bundesliga Giants sporting coordinator. During his time with Leverkusen, Tim oversaw the extension of the contract at the Bay Arena until 2025. As per Sheth, there is an option there, West Ham moving for Tah. With regard to Maguire, I don't think you can rule it out, West Ham going in back for him, even though it would be a difficult deal to do. This is because of the transfer fee that would be involved and, more significantly, the wages that Maguire would command. Sheth added, from Manchester United's perspective, they are not pushing Maguire out of the door. They see him as a top player and a key member of the squad. They would only begin to consider offers for Maguire if they reflected fair market value. Sky Sports also detailed that the 30-year-old is in a conundrum as he is firmly below the likes of Lisandro Martinez, Rafael Varane, Victor Lindelof, and Luke Shaw in the pecking order. Maguire's misery may be compounded further if United decide to add an extra ingredient to the side in the form of handing Johnny Evans a one-year deal that would see him play in red next season. There is a chance that Evans would be preferred over the former club skipper. Maguire's hand could be forced if the Northern Ireland international were to extend his stay at Old Trafford. The reasons for delay in Rasmus Haaland's official announcement as a new unveiling date set. Rasmus Haaland's late arrival to England, in addition to him missing a few of his pre-signing obligations, have forced Manchester United to delay the official announcement of his recruitment. Last week, United reached an agreement with Atalanta for Haaland's transfer after a long period of back and forth during negotiations. The Red Devils will fork out an initial €70 million for the striker. The inclusion of add-ons and performances-related bonuses could see the final fee rise to €85 million. Haaland arrived to Carrington on Tuesday to conduct his medicals, and it was expected an announcement was imminent to allow him to play a part against either Lens on Saturday or Athletic Bilbao on Sunday. According to the Manchester Evening News, however, supporters will have to wait a bit longer for the 20-year-old's unveiling. Luckhurst reports the announcement of Rasmus Haaland's transfer to Manchester United could be delayed by another 3 days. It's understood Haaland arrived later than planned on Tuesday, and United's schedule surrounding the Dane's signing has altered. Haaland flew into Manchester Airport at 4:15 p.m. Haaland was due to meet some supporters and conduct activities around his signing, but that was cancelled, and United are focusing on his medical. Luckhurst insists the move is not in any jeopardy despite the hold-up. United are now expecting to confirm the goal scorer's addition to the ranks during the weekend. As per Man, the official announcement could be made around the Old Trafford friendly clash versus Lens. Senior United officials believe Haaland is a rough diamond and requires careful nurturing to realize his potential of becoming one of Europe's deadliest strikers. Indeed, patience should be extended to the Dane, even from fans, as he seeks to find his feet in a new environment. Conflicting update on Man United takeover process emerges. Another day, another Man United takeover update in a process which has taken months to get to its current stage, much to the chagrin of Red Devils fans. Eric Ten Hag and the recruitment team at Old Trafford have fought bravely to get some decent transfer deals over the line against the backdrop of uncertainty. It was back in November 2022 that the Glazer family decided to explore options regarding a sale, and it's important to point out that now, as then, the option for the current owners to remain in control still exists if they don't get the deal that they were hoping for, and at the stage that's believed to be the case, it's unlikely that they will give anyone else the keys to the door. The will they, won't they scenario isn't helping anyone though, least of all Sir Jim Ratcliffe and Sheikh Jassim, who are both believed to have submitted world record bids for Man United through NOS and 9-2 Foundation respectively. It was rumored recently that the takeover process had actually stalled. However, Reliable journalist Ben Jacobs, who has been across the deal since the very beginning, says that's not the case. Jacobs stated previously, understand the Manchester United sale process has not been paused, even though it's true that both Sheikh Jassim and Sir Jim Ratcliffe feel somewhat in limbo. There is a frustration at the lack of communication, but neither group plan to pull out or have been told they are unsuccessful to date. Now he said that this remained because Manchester United sale process hasn't been paused as previously reported. Groups say they are waiting for further communication and ready if chosen, yet counter suggestions, as we have seen throughout from those close to sellers, insist Qatar in fact behind delays. What's abundantly clear at this point is that the process isn't going to be concluded anytime soon. Contact made between Man United and La Liga club as talks begin over Red Devils flop. Real Sociedad have approached Man United in order to sign Donny van de Beek this summer, as the Dutch star is not part of Erik ten Hag's plans for the upcoming season. That's according to Fabrizio Romano, who reports that formal contact has been made between the two clubs after initial talks on the player's side last week. The parties involved are said to be discussing the terms of the deal at this stage, and it will be United's decision whether to sell the midfielder or not based on the conditions agreed upon. The 26-year-old has a contract at Old Trafford until 2025, and the transfer journalist doesn't mention a fee attached to the deal. The sale of Van de Beek will help Man United pursue their number one midfield target, Fiorentina's Sofiane Amrabat, who they will push for once the Rasmus Haalands transfer is complete. The Dutch star has been at Old Trafford since 2020, but has endured a horrid time at the Premier League giants, as the Dutch star massively failed to live up to expectations. After 3 seasons in which he played very little, the 26-year-old hopes for a fresh start in Spain to help reignite his career. Man United interested in signing Brazilian striker Marcos Leonardo. Manchester United are interested in signing Santos striker Marcos Leonardo. According to calciomercato.it, the Red Devils are currently on the verge of signing Rasmus Haalands from Atalanta. The club have agreed to pay an initial 70 million euros for the Denmark international. Despite the huge investment, the club seem to be eyeing another centre forward. Calciomercato.it report that United are one of the clubs interested in Leonardo. The 20-year-old was in brilliant form for Brazil at the Under-20 World Cup with 5 goals and 1 assist from 5 outings. Santos are prepared to sell him for 15 million euros. Aside from United, Nottingham Forest are also keen on bringing him to the Premier League, but Roma are currently clear favourites to land his signature. Haaland is expected to be United's main man up front once he adapts to the Premier League. Ten Hag has the option of Anthony Martial for the deputy role, but the Frenchman is no longer a trustable figure considering his injury woes over recent seasons. Hence, the manager may want a young backup striker in the squad. Leonardo would be a decent acquisition as he is vastly experienced for his tender age. The youngster has amassed 47 goals and 11 assists from 149 games for Santos in the current season. He has registered 14 goals and 4 assists from 30 outings. He could be a good long-term prospect for United, but the club are currently trailing behind Roma, who are already in advanced negotiations over a transfer. Erik ten Hag continues to push for Sofiane Amrabat reunion. Manchester United manager Erik ten Hag continued to push for a reunion with Fiorentina midfielder Sofiane Amrabat, according to Corriere dello Sport. The Morocco international has been heavily linked with a move to the Red Devils this summer. He has already agreed personal terms, but the club still needs to finalize a fee. Ten Hag is keen on reuniting with his former Utrecht player, but United are yet to make a suitable offer. The Serie A side are willing to sell as long as their 30 million euros price is met. Fiorentina owner and president Rocco Commisso is playing the waiting game at the moment, with nearly a month left before the summer transfer window closes. United have already spent £162 million on new signings in the current transfer window, On the other hand, they have recouped less than £21 million from outgoings. Hence, the club may not make a formal bid for Mrabat until they offload a couple of midfielders. Fred has already been put up for sale. He could leave for around €10 million. Donny van de Beek could follow him through the exit door. The Red Devils have set an asking price of £25 million for the Dutchman amid interest from Real Sociedad. Should United succeed in offloading the pair, they could make a genuine effort to land Mrabat, who would be a good upgrade in the defensive midfield department. Casemiro is currently the undisputed starter in the position, but the Moroccan would provide quality competition with his terrific ball control and strong distribution skills. Mrabat is unlikely to settle for the backup role at United. The 26-year-old will be determined to break into the starting plans of Ten Hag when the opportunity arises. I will be uploading daily Manchester United news, so keep your eyes on the channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Peace out.